What if your best friend, your neighbor, or even you was secretly a flesh-eating alien bug in disguise? Welcome to the bizarre and hilarious world of Resident Alien, where the weird just keeps getting weirder. But among all the extraterrestrials we've seen, Greys, Arcturians, and even our favorite alien doctor, Harry Vanderspeigle, one species stands out as the most terrifying yet: the Mantids. If you thought the Greys were terrifying, wait until you meet the Mantids. They don't just kill, they copy. They invade your life, your body, and your relationships, and no one knows the difference until it's too late. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. In this video, we're breaking down everything you need to know about the Mantids, from their twisted origins and shape-shifting abilities to their creepy plan to reproduce using humans. Yeah, it's that kind of alien. Let's dive into the anatomy and motives of the deadliest creature in the Resident Alien universe. The first mention: one of them owes me money. In typical Resident Alien fashion, it all starts with a throwaway line that ends up meaning everything. During a convention on alien species, Harry comments to Asta that all the aliens mentioned are real. When the Mantids come up, he nonchalantly says, "One of them owes me money." It sounds like a joke until it isn't, because in Season 3's finale, Homecoming, and Season 4's premiere, Prisoners, the Mantids make their deadly debut. The Moon Prison escape and Harry's disappearance. Season 3 ends with a mystery. Harry has vanished, leaving behind strange behavior and a grieving child, Bridget. But Season 4 opens with a flashback that clears it all up. Harry and his child Bridget were aboard the Grey's Moon facility, essentially a prison. While searching for a way out, Harry stumbles upon a man locked in a cell who claims to be Pizza Joe from Mama Saps. He even bribes Harry with a pizza coupon. Bridget's suspicious. Harry is skeptical, but it's late and he's hungry. Harry opens the cell. Big mistake. That man isn't Joe. It's a Mantid, and within seconds, the creature copies Harry's DNA, transforms into his exact human form, calls him a dickhead, and strolls out laughing. Harry and Bridget are trapped, and the Mantid, he's now living Harry's life back on Earth.
It's difficult these days to find a planet we have not infiltrated.
Who, or what, are the Mantids? So what exactly is a Mantid? They're a terrifying alien species with insectoid origins. Physically, they're built for killing, equipped with powerful mandibles, immense strength, and an olfactory system that puts Earth's bloodhounds to shame. Psychologically, they're cunning, manipulative, and completely devoid of empathy. Think of them as a cross between a praying mantis, a demon, and your worst nightmare. They feast on flesh, copy your body, mimic your voice and language flawlessly, and then walk around pretending to be you. Sometimes they kill to do this. Sometimes they don't have to. Either way, once they're wearing your skin, no one knows the difference.
But it would draw too much attention and I'd have to switch to another body.
The Mantid's shape-shifting ability. The Mantid's ability to mimic other beings is nearly flawless. It goes beyond physical transformation. When the Mantid takes Harry's form, he also adopts his memories, behavioral quirks, and even voice patterns. Enough to fool everyone in patience, including those closest to Harry. Even Asta, who's known Harry since he landed, doesn't realize the truth, but one person sees through it: Max Hawthorne. Max sees the truth. Max, thanks to his special ability to see aliens in their true form, immediately realizes the Harry walking around town isn't the real one. His reaction? A full-on scream. At the end of Season 3, it seemed like Max and Sahar might be in real danger, but Season 4 diffuses the situation in typical Resident Alien fashion, with humor. Sahar convinces the Mantid that Max screamed because he stepped on a bee. It works, and the kids escape unharmed. The danger, however, remains.
Remember? People have already complained about you touching the white parts of their band-aids.
You are showing affection.
The Mantids' plan: reproduction through infiltration. So what does this shape-shifting menace want? In Prisoners, we get a chilling answer: the Mantid wants to procreate. Apparently, reproducing with another Mantid is a death sentence. After mating, the female bites off the male's head, so the Mantid sees Earth as the perfect place to plant his egg sac inside a human. He sets his sights on Asta. In one of the creepiest scenes of the season, the Mantid, disguised as Harry, attempts to seduce her. He talks about evolution, survival, and how her body could host dozens of his offspring. The moment is hilarious and disturbing in equal measure. Asta, naturally, bolts. But the implications are terrifying. If successful, the Mantid's reproduction would essentially involve using a human as an egg incubator. The host wouldn't survive.
Yes, but obviously aliens do not exist.
Anatomy. How the Mantid is built for survival. While the show hasn't revealed everything about the Mantid's biology, what we do know is enough to make your skin crawl. Mandibles, their primary weapon, sharp enough to tear through an Arcturian, one of the stronger species in the galaxy. Olfactory prowess. They can smell individuals from great distances and even identify people by scent. In one scene, the Mantid smells Darcy coming and compares her scent to spices. Language acquisition. When in disguise, the Mantid speaks fluently in the target's language or accent. Whether this is telepathic mimicry or some rapid neurological processing isn't clear, but the transformation is complete. Strength easily overpowers most other aliens. During the Moon Prison incident, he eats an Arcturian, raw. Shapeshifting doesn't just copy bodies, it learns behaviors. That's why the Mantid could slide so easily into Harry's life, fooling even Mayor Ben and his wife Kate, despite acting like a sociopath.
Tuesday.
Harry.
The Mantid as a predator and a comic relief. Despite being a deadly predator, the Mantid also provides comic relief. That's the beauty of Resident Alien's tone. One moment you're watching a maniacal bug alien smoking a cigarette and blowing smoke in Mayor Ben's face. The next, he's talking about eating heads and impregnating humans. And somehow, the townspeople just think it's Harry being weird. Which tracks? Harry has always been weird, so when he says something like, "I'd rather eat a human head," people just chuckle and move on. No one questions it.
And have offspring without any fear of another Mantid getting in the way.
Clancy Brown's voice, Tudyk's body. One of the smartest moves Resident Alien makes with the Mantid is giving him a dual performance. Clancy Brown, Mr. Krabs himself, or the Kurgan for the horror crowd, voices the Mantid, bringing menace and gravitas, but it's Alan Tudyk who physically plays him in disguise as Harry. That layered performance allows Tudyk to play a darker, nastier version of his usual character, while Brown's chilling voiceover reminds us of the horror lurking beneath. The Grey's role and Harry's transformation. Let's not forget, the Mantid was being held captive by the Greys. Why? Because even the Greys, those cold, calculating abductors, find the Mantids dangerous enough to imprison. And after Harry escapes, he finds that something has changed. He can no longer shift into his alien form. It's hinted that the Greys did something to his biology. Whatever it is, it's permanent, at least for now. That twist adds a whole new dimension. Harry is stuck in human form. Worse, Max, who used to see through his disguise, now sees him as fully human. Even he can't tell who the real Harry is anymore, which makes hunting the Mantid even more complicated. Our nerdy thoughts. The Mantid is something new in the Resident Alien universe. A villain who can't just be reasoned with, outwitted, or scared off. He's pure instinct, hunger, survival, reproduction. He doesn't want to conquer Earth. He wants to use it as a nursery, and he'll kill or impersonate anyone who gets in his way. But what makes him truly terrifying isn't his mandibles or shape-shifting powers. It's his ability to blend in, to laugh with the townsfolk, to seduce Asta, to fool even the closest friends. In a town like Patience, where everyone's quirky, no one suspects the truth. And that's what makes the Mantid such a perfect monster. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Mantids from Resident Alien, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more alien lore, breakdowns, and theories from the weirdest town on TV. Leave a comment if you think the Mantid will return, or if you think there are more like him already on Earth. Stay weird and stay safe.
I'm going to need some more ketchup.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.